Hey everybody, we're back. You may remember a little while back we did Ninja Gaiden Black on Xbox. Time to follow that up with Ninja Gaiden 2. How you doing, Teak? That's right, Xbox 360. Though we're doing backwards compatibility on Xbox One. For one, it plays and looks better on Xbox One. This is a really good example of the enhancements Xbox One backwards compatibility offers. Let's get to it. So, I haven't done Ninja Gaiden 2 before. I have done Sigma 2. I've never done the original. Hope we have automatic saves. I need a repeat of what happened with the first game. Look at that, early Xbox 360 game giving you the option of playing in 4x3.
My path leads through the land of the dead. My path leads through the land of the dead.
Alright. So I've played this a little bit. I did not even the first level. This was back when I first picked this up, because they added it to backwards compatibility, and I was like, yeah, Ninja Gaiden 2, let me go and get that. But I've not done much of this, and I've never done the original Ninja Gaiden 2 all the way through. I've done Sigma 2, and that's kind of it. You know, every now and then it's nice to see a difficulty selection that's a little more creative than just easy, normal, hard. But I would like to know if Acolyte is normal or easy. To Warrior. Acolyte is the easiest difficulty, which means we want to do Warrior, I guess. Acolyte walks the path of the shadows for the first time. That's not me. Do not be afraid of what lies ahead. Stand tall as a ninja. Those adept at battle walk the path of the warrior at all times. In the life of a true ninja, every day brings one closer to... This sounds more reasonable considering we've been through Ninja Gaiden Black already. At some point in the future, I might do Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. Possibly do Ninja Gaiden Sigma as well, because Sigma adds the extra levels where he plays Rachel. But Sigma 2, I've heard, has a bunch of differences to original 2 anyway. Plus adds 3 extra levels, I think. You play as Momiji, Rachel, and Ayane. And it has a cameo from Kazumi for some reason that means absolutely nothing. Chapter 1, Sky City, Tokyo. Special Agent Sonya appears at the door of the tiny shop run by Master Swordsmith Muramasa amidst the skyscrapers of Tokyo. She inquires after the ninja Ryu Hayabusa. His whereabouts a mystery. She brings news of a terrible danger facing the world, bearing a message that must reach Hayabusa at any cost. As night falls, the evil Black Spider Ninja Clan emerges from the shadows to infest the streets of this protecting. You know, there's not really anything wrong with messing around with Dead or Alive. Really, any of them. They're all competent fighting games. It's a shame DOA 3 isn't backwards compatible on Xbox One. DOA 3 is the one I've spent the most time on. Well, I'm guessing that Muramasa moved his shop from Taiwan to Tokyo now. Because this is not where it was in the previous game.
So, let me get this straight.
Let me see here.
You don't have a clue where I can find Ryu Hayabusa?
Did you try the village?
No one knows where a ninja goes. If he isn't at the Hayabusa village, he could be halfway around the world.
True.
Sonia, was it? Do you have business with Ryu?
I do.
And what might that be?
All I'll say is that it concerns the Archfiend.
Oh, the
Archfiend.
Archfiend.
So one thing that Sigma 2 does is massively tones down the blood. Ninja Gaiden 2 is considered to be incredibly bloody, to the point of absurdity. Which I'm always down for. Gentlemen. Alright, let's start in a different method to how we did the previous game.
We have the woman.
Throw 'em right into it.
I expected more, Ryu Hayabusa. Ha!
Okay, how much do we start with? Flying Swallow. Nasty. Okay, so I don't think we have the Azumi drop yet. Nasty. These guys immediately seem more dangerous than standard ninjas in the previous game. Interesting way to start. Yeah, we don't have the same camera issue as the previous game. That's nice. How you doing, Teak?
Oh, why, if it isn't Ryu.
Right. Me. For you.
They were minions of the Black Spider clan.
Indeed they were. We haven't heard from them in a while.
Who was the woman?
You don't know her? Neither do I. You couldn't save her? She was looking for you.
How long did you end up
She
playing
said it was
Castlevania
about
for last
the
night?
Archfiend.
The Archfiend.
Two bosses. So you were in the House of Sacred Remains, which means you would have done the Succubus. Did you do... who was the second boss? Yeah, the combat is pretty good. His biggest problem is mostly just the traversal is really boring. Succubus was the third. Isn't that the House of Sacred Remains? getting nasty already. Hey, Halber. Oh, I always forget about that thing because it's not really a pre-existing enemy. We already did Ninja Gaiden Black, so it makes sense to follow it up with 2. How you doing, Halber? Yeah, I always forget about the worm thing. I always think Succubus is the first boss. So one thing Ninja Gaiden 2 is known for that Sigma 2 changed is the sheer number of enemies. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 changed that, lowering numbers but increasing the durability of each enemy. Oh. I never played World of Warcraft. The only one I really got into was Final Fantasy XIV. I'd be interested to see what you think of Curse of Darkness, Teak, which was the next 3D Castlevania game. There's a lot of people generally regard both of them as failures. Not necessarily awful, but the series should have been sticking to the Metroidvania style on the handhelds. But I've not played Curse of Darkness properly for myself. My copy is still on my sealed. Fair point, it is always easy to blame Teak. Can I do the... There we go. There's also the case of you can dismember enemies, and when you do, you should immediately focus on the enemy you've dismembered. Because you can kill them with a single attack if you hit them with Y. But the real danger is when they do shit like that, because the ones with a missing limb are more dangerous, they have nothing left to lose. And so they'll do something like that, or possibly explode you. Honestly, I quite like a bunch of the ideas the 64 games have. I think they're pretty neat. They've got flaws, undeniably, like the camera, which 3D Castlevania never really worked out. And Lament of Innocence's big idea to try and fix that was a fixed camera angle that you can't control. Which Lords of Shadow 1 also had, and it has its problems in every situation. Yeah, the camera ain't great. I think ultimately my biggest problem with Castlevania 64 and Legacy of Darkness is the checkpointing, which is a problem I have with a lot of games. Deaths feel too punishing because of the way the checkpointing is. Well, if you're going to play in an emulator and make some good use of save states, that's not necessarily an issue. Fucking die. Where are you, son? Yeah, playing them on original hardware is nice, but save states go a long way to making them more bearable. Well, that's a nice change from the previous game. The previous game, The Life of the Thousand Gods, would extend your health bar, but wouldn't give you any extra health. Which was most notable when you'd be at max health, you'd use A Life of the Thousand Gods, and then you wouldn't be at max health anymore. Yeah, I think a bunch of the design ideas of the old 64 Castlevanias are kind of neat. Like I say, that checkpoint. It's fair enough. You don't control the camera in the 64 games. The C buttons are used for interaction. Your action button is one of the C buttons. I think C left or C right. Changing camera mode is one of them. Sub-weapon and side weapon. Because you get the sub-weapons like the cross and the holy water and stuff like that. But the characters also have a separate weapon. Like Reinhardt has a short sword that he'll pull out. That kind of thing. Alright, anything down here? Nope. But yeah, N64 games with 2 analog sticks, not fun. Oh hey, somebody over there. Honestly, if push came to shove, I'd argue set the C buttons to something on your keyboard you can easily reach. It's one of the main reasons why I prefer to play N64 on N64. Gotta say, the visual improvement, despite how good Ninja Gaiden Black looked, Ninja Gaiden 2 has an immediate visual improvement. It's very nice. I don't think I cut those. I don't think I took the arms from those guys. I think they already had missing arms. Flying bird technique. Yeah, I look forward to the N64 Castlevanias. The real trick of them is that technically Legacy of Darkness is something of a remake or an enhanced version of Castlevania 64. When you beat Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, when you beat Cornell's campaign, you unlock another campaign for a character called Henry, which is different. If you beat that, you unlock the 2 original characters from Castlevania 64. to have a revamped campaign. But it is their own campaign, separate from Cornell's. Cornell's takes place 10 years earlier, I think. So that's something to consider, like which version you want to do. I don't seem to be able to pull off the Azuna drop yet. After the guards. So the main thing I'd want out of playing the 2 Castlevania games on N64, the main thing I'd want from an emulator with those is just reliable saving. N64 control packs are terrible. I think one of the most interesting things here is how the bodies don't disappear. Kind of surprising, actually. This is a weird location. Yeah, I don't think that was friendly. Yeah, that kind of shit is exactly what my biggest problem with Sigma 2 was. I don't even have a good way of dealing with them. That tip feels a little patronizing and I don't like it. God damn. After the gods. Oh, these guys came out of nowhere. Going back, Halber. You haven't missed much. Oh, that reminds me, I've changed some of the command, not the commands, the redemptions, the rewards. I hope this stream proves entertaining enough to justify that, Halber. I'm faster with you. Motherfuckers. I think the biggest problem with using any kind of controller on the N64 games that wasn't originally designed for N64 games is the analog stick sensitivity is pretty much always too high for the movement. Even on official emulators. Seriously, those guys are pissing me off. I think you can get N64 to USB converters. Yeah, I know that feel. I've done Ocarina of Time on the Wii U before. And while the Wii U gamepad is really nice for it, and it looks really nice on the Wii U gamepad, the movement just... it's too sensitive. You know, I disagree with that idea, Teak. Like, especially since I did Majora's Mask last week, and I never had a problem with the aiming for the sensitivity. Or what? That's interesting. I always had the opposite problem of the GameCube was too sensitive. GameCube controller was too sensitive. What the fuck just happened? We just hit a save point. Let's restart this. Yeah, doing Majora's Mask last week, and one of the things I was doing while waiting for time to pass for the before the confrontation with the final boss was the arrow, the shooting gallery, and I had no issues with it on N64. That might be down to practice, though. But yeah, as I was saying, we why is my bot not registering as connected? That is weird. Yeah, as I was saying, I've changed a bunch of the rewards. Chrono Trigger's on there now. Chrono Trigger is the follower goal for 200 followers. Took Final Fantasy 15 off that and decided to do Chrono Trigger instead. There's also the pick a non-RPG reward for 15,000 points that I've set up. Okay. There we go. Good to know the camera still isn't as good as it really needs to be in the sequel. Hopefully it won't be as bad as it was in the previous game, though. Hopefully they will have improved it somewhat. There it is. Yeah, I think that's the last guy. Okay, the bot's showing up again. That's good. Anyway. Thank you. What is this? Ooh, the Lunar Staff. And that's the level 2 version. That's its level 2 appearance. Let's see how this bad boy feels in this time. Ultimate technique, thank you. You know what? Feels pretty good. Plus, the quick change is quite nice. Definitely appreciate that as an improvement over the original game. Okay, I did not take your arm off. Okay. Obliteration technique. Why, I ask you why? Why am I incapable of finishing off my enemies? The other apprentices lop off heads left and right, but what about me? When an opponent lies before me, blood spurting from mortal wounds, begging for the mercy of my blade, I stand there like a practice dummy. I can't bring myself to use the obliteration technique. Now that I think of it, my life has been full of tragedy. I saw far too much in the blood-drenched days of my youth. I must have suffered some mental trauma, causing my mind to flee from violence deep into its subconscious shelter. No, wake up. Obliterate, you must obliterate. Open your eyes and obliterate, damn it. Zenimaru. Weird that you'd get that far as a ninja without being able to really focus on the violence. Alright, what do we got? Awesome, healing items. Alright. Y'all motherfuckers pushing it too hard. Something weird was happening to that dude. Why? You? Yeah, so far this feels pretty good, so feels like a definite gameplay improvement over the previous one, which is what you want from a sequel. You definitely appreciate that. Nice of them to reveal the path, I wouldn't even notice this. For a while. The numbers game's pretty cool. Like I say, in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, they massively reduced the number of enemies you fought at once. Level 2 already, nice. They massively reduced the number of enemies you can fight at once. And to compensate, they made each enemy tougher, more resilient. Which... kind of less interesting, honestly. I like the numbers game. The large amount of enemies instead. Notebook, Shadowless Footsteps. My master tells me that the technique of the Shadowless Footsteps is a basic ninja maneuver. He says it's the very spirit of the ninja to traverse where no path can be seen. Must be lacking ninja spirit because I'm completely incapable of performing this simple technique. I slide down the wall, or I slam my forehead against its surface. Either way, I look like an idiot. If it weren't for my metal headpiece, I'd have cracked my skull open by now. What honor can be had by a ninja as clumsy as I? When my comrades reach a valley, I slow them down. When up against a castle wall, they must carry me over. They say that in life, one must learn to rise above obstacles. I'd rather knock all these walls down, and I never want to see another wall as long as I live. Kageo. You sneaky bastard. Yeah, there you go. Change the 200 follower goal to Chrono Trigger. I've been wanting to get around to Chrono Trigger anyway, and this gives me a specific time to do it. Like, hey, you know, we've made it this far, go to Chrono Trigger. Now. I think that's fairly reasonable. Notebook, Furious Wind. Why, oh why, I wonder, why am I unable to master the Furious Wind technique? I've walked the path of the ninja for more than 20 years. Am I blind to the nuances of the defensive posture? Am I inattentive to the movements of my enemies? Am I incapable of matching my internal rhythm to the tempo of my opponent's attacks? Those who perform Furious Wind make it look so easy. I, on the other hand, bear the scars of my failure. Any scars for the many blows I have suffered as I tried to move when I should block instead. I must perfect Furious Wind. I shall do so tonight even if it kills me. Ate Maru. Yeah, I've been wanting to do Chrono Trigger for a while. I'm putting it as the 200 follower goal. Like 13, I wanted to be replaying Final Fantasy 13 for a while. And now we're doing it. And like hitting the goals, the push. Good push. Sets myself a specific time to do it, which I think is helpful. That was unnecessary because I'd already taken his head off. But you know, it felt good. There we go. Not doing too badly so far. I think my health refills a certain amount after each fight. Which definitely makes this more... It makes it easier to keep going between fights than the previous game did. Why is this city above the city? The weird thing here is that Ryu climbed to the top of one tower to jump into the other. Like that's weird to me. Do you mind? Okay. Yeah, this has been pretty fun so far. I have an idea. Same principle as in the first game. The Lunar Staff doesn't do the cutting attacks, but you know, in tight quarters, the enemies really have trouble dealing with it. Get off me, you son of a bitch. Okay, camera. I love how brutal that is. Like, you're still taking the head off there. But you're not cutting it off, you're smashing it off, and that is brutal. Pretty cool. I like it. Okay, presumably we'll want to go up. There we go. Always the question. If you're supposed to go one way, what's the other way? I knew you guys would try this. These fights are getting crazy. The amount of dudes here, unbelievable. Loving it. Where'd he go? Izuna drop! First Izuna drop of the game. So this isn't forward. What's this? Okay. So I need a card then? Yeah, so far I'm liking how this handles over the first game. Worth remembering this is still the first level, so that could... There we go. That could all change. What's behind this door? Broken electronics and a body. Notebook, flying bird. Brother, hear my cries. No matter what I try, I'm unable to perform the flying bird flip. Despite all the training you've given me, dear brother, I remain inept. You've explained the flying bird as nothing but a series of jumps. 1, 2, 3. The technique that comes naturally to you feels to me like the unscalable peak of Mount Midoriyama. Hey, Lino. Appreciate the look, buddy. I train unabated, driven by a singular goal to one day be as light-footed as you, dear brother. I keep telling myself that it is a matter of practice that must adhere to your wise instruction. Promise that you will train with me again when I return home. I'll see you soon. Love, your little brother, Muguro. Oh, we're not taking the elevator then. Going up. There's a dude around there shooting fire. I should make him my priority. Izuna drops. That got kind of nasty. Anything good? That's not bad.
Oh.
Almost enough to afford the level 2 lunar staff. Almost. Oh, there was a save point here that would have healed me. No, that spider ninja clan. Don't mind me, guys. I just fell downstairs. But don't worry about it. We can continue the fight. I'm okay. I'm actually really enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun. And it feels less stressful than Ninja Gaiden Black did, even at the start. Ninja!
You shall not pass.
Cool, he had unfinished business.
I am Shadow Ninja Rasetsu. And you will not leave here alive.
Big words, Spider Boy. You know what? That's actually a really nice option for the camera. I like that. That is actually really good. Gives you the best of both worlds without sacrificing your one. It's a good idea. Oh, did you think Black Spider Ninja Clan meant not actually spiders? Off the head. That's a lot of damage.
You're coming with us. Stop struggling. Take a
Lady, it's really windy up here. You should probably close your jacket. Ninja!
You can have her, Ryu Hayabusa. She's just a tool of the CIA. You bought us the time we needed.
What? I can't hear you over the VTOL.
Ryu, I finally found you.
So, what does the CIA want with me?
We have a serious problem. The Fiends are trying to resurrect the Archfiend. We can't let that happen.
I see the agency's broadened its horizons.
Ryu, they're heading for the Hayabusa village. They're after the demon statue. Your clan is in danger.
Again? Maybe it'd be a good idea if we didn't store all of these dangerous artifacts in the village. Master Ninja. I don't know. I don't know if Link could keep up with this. Yeah, seriously, maybe we shouldn't just keep storing dangerous artifacts in the village. Because this will keep happening. Chapter 2, Castle of the Dragon. Shadow of the Black Spider Clan reaches Hayabusa village. They hunt for the demon statue, the key to resurrecting the Archfiend. Only Joe Hayabusa, his body still mending from his last battle, stands between them. Genshin, leader of the Black Spider Ninja Clan, faces his longtime rival in a fateful duel. As the Castle of the Dragon burns, the otherworldly Elizabeth smiles coldly. The seal binding the demon statue is broken. So, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 does a thing of, while it's installing on your PS3, it has a motion comic that plays during the installation, which is of Joe Hayabusa facing off against the last vampire, which explains why he's injured here.
Genshin. Why am I not surprised?
How the vaunted Dragon Ninja bloodline has withered, Joe Hayabusa.
Your embrace of the evil way has consumed you.
Evil? The ninja way knows neither good nor evil.
Corruption of the soul is a fate that befalls the weak.
Enough talk. The ties that bind our clans are severed tonight. You will leave bloodstains on my blade.
Shin, you fool.
Welcome back to Hayabusa Village. This is actually a location that was in the first game, this specific part. We're about to go through the graveyard. Notebook, Flying Swallow. Flying Swallow? Oh man, that looks cool. Fast as an eagle, sharp as a knife. Explosive power that makes your head spin. Today I begin my daily training regimen. 1,000 leaps high into the air, followed by 1,000 slices with my sword. One day I'll be able to combine the two. Dive and slash. I'll be unstoppable. Torino Shin. Yeah, this graveyard, exactly as it is now, was in the first game. The only real difference is the place we entered here. In the first game, that dead end up there had a stone circle that we used to teleport around. Ah shit, they brought ninja dogs. Notebook, Reverse Wind. I'm incompetent, I'm a failure. My master taught me the secret of the reverse wind, yet I am unworthy of his tutelage. I understand that I must first take a blocking stance, but then how do I make my feet step so quickly in another direction? I always end up face down, my legs entangled, my chest aching after a belly flop onto the hard ground. There must be something else, something greater than the reverse wind I am destined to master. Undoubtedly it has to do with sorcery, or maybe something artistic. Follow my destiny. Sanyodo. More ninja dogs. God damn. piss off, I'm busy. Stupid antivirus updates. You know what? It's both surprising and yet not that dogs would turn out to be my most dangerous enemy. I mean, goddamn. Try that again. Yep. Screwing around here. I love that the heads explode. That is really cool. Alright. Trying to loot a staff this time. Seriously though, those dogs. You'd be fucking kidding me. How many of them is there? They were just dogs. This is going to turn out to be necessary, isn't it? Oh, this was a side path. Those gates are going to be locked, aren't they? The gates to the bridge. No, they're not. Huh. Alright, let's check what's on the other way then. Depends on the dag. Can we open this door? Oh, shame. They knew you'd want to check it, because when you first come to Hayabusa Village in the first game, that's the door you come through. At least running on the water's gotten easier. Okay. Counter attack. So this is the other gate. Is this locked? I'm gonna assume so. So in the first game when we came up to this area, we didn't go to the castle. I'm not entirely sure the castle was even there in the first game. We only went in a few houses and then found Doku. Which I think happened here. This party's getting crazy. So I wouldn't say I'm particularly... Oh no, there's still somebody here. So I wouldn't say I'm particularly amazing at Ninja Gaiden, especially after that performance with the dogs. But I think that fight looked pretty cool. And somebody's throwing shuriken at me. Oh, is that a new weapon? That's a new weapon. Come here, you. Falcon's Talons. I remember liking these quite a bit in Sigma 2. Alright, so you had a scroll that I didn't pick up. Notebook, Ultimate Guidance. I'm no good at the technique of Ultimate Guidance, I'm probably the worst in the clan. When I see essence near me, I grab the hilt of my sword, close my eyes and focus my key energy, but the essence doesn't budge. Instead, I end up getting kicked in the face. In the thick of battle, I've never once pulled off a true ultimate technique. Sure, I've made it to the first level of charge, but I've never even seen the second or third levels. Masters of the Ultimate Guidance absorb essence created from their first ultimate technique. Phase now they create a wave of attack energy that repeats again and again, growing stronger every time. I, on the other hand, am only a master of getting kicked in the face. Oshi no Jio. Pretty violent. I like it. Is there another big bag with a bow? Where are you guys all coming from? Now the more? Cool. What does that do for me? Because that was a lot of dudes. That was a lot of dudes. Yeah, this should be where the Dark Dragon Blade was kept. This would be where we confronted Doku in the first game, which means we never would have had a chance to go up there. It's access to the tests of valor. Rod symbolizing the fighting spirit cast from purest gold. Those upon whom it is bestowed face an endless path of battle as though they walked through the underworld itself. Said that those who carry it must face hordes of opponents in fights to the death, known as tests of valor. According to legend, this treasure was once possessed by the god of war himself. Has this just gone and made the game harder for myself? Are they going to be throwing more enemies at me as standard now, or is this just a case of I'll be able to access special areas? God damn it. Why do they keep going? Why do they keep appearing in places where I can't get them? You mind? God fucking damn it. Give me the help. Yeah, I remember this being a problem in Sigma 2. Enemies attacking you with ranged weapons from off-screen doing a significant chunk of damage. No, jump at the wall. That guy shouldn't be able to fire a bow with one arm, should he? No, but he can throw shuriken, so that's actually fair. Alright, let's go. Camera's starting to become a problem again. Alright, we're at the castle. Let's go. Hey, Muramasa. 10,000 to upgrade the Falcon Talons. Might go with that. Is there another way in? Oh, hello. Do you guys mind? Basic. Time to you. These black spider ninjas just rude. That guy with the bow still on the stairs? Yes. Slowly moving, but not much. Wow, that killed the dude. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, let's go. What do you got for me? Notebook counterattack. I'm incapable of performing the counterattack. I understand that it's hidden power unleashed when the enemy least expects it. Makes the counterattack one of the most valuable techniques available. Its execution, however, continues to elude me. I react too quickly. I lack patience to wait for my enemy to strike. My fellow ninjas say that the counterattack is easy and mere flash of the blade after you see your enemy's weapon bounce back from your block. Yet the more I concentrate on time, the more I fall victim to the bite of my enemy's attack. Skilled ninjas counter opponents as easily as they breathe in and out. They react on reflex, not moving by thought, but by instinct. The master tells me master tells the young apprentice ninjas begin with something easy like the counter attack. I must persevere. I will not give up so easily. You know, sheesh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, now let's actually get into the castle. God damn it. We'll say so far the combat does feel better than the first game. It feels smoother, which is good. And flowing from one combo into another combo feels better than it did in the first game. So far it's mostly the kind of improvement you want from a sequel. God damn it. That shit isn't. I don't like that. What's with this thing? They're fighting on stairs. Yeah, please don't cast magic. I'm allergic to magic fire being shot at me. There it is. No, don't talk. You've lost your head. Whew. This door looks busted. No book, ultimate technique. If I were a master of the ultimate technique, I would easily defeat that pest, the dragon ninja. If only it was so easy. You see, I am inept. I cannot perform the ultimate technique. I am numb to the waves of energy that surge in the wind. I don't even know where to begin. All I can do is look from afar as Master Genshin unleashes an explosive flurry of attacks. What an amazing display of concentration. He pauses even in the middle of intense combat and focuses all of his energy into his weapon. Yet I am just a coward, too frightened to let my guard down for an instant. I must find my courage, then it is simply a matter of kill or be killed. If my destiny lies in the pit of the underworld, so be it. Tsunakichi. So the front door seems like it's out of bounds. Out of the question. Out of order. No. Going down? Didn't want to go that far down. Okay, let's try that again. I do like that the bodies stick around. Kind of permanent you don't really expect even in this day and age. Looks like he's got no leg to stand on. Yeah. Oh, is that a bow? Bean's Bane bow. I'll be able to take on those dudes at a distance. It'll probably be awful. But I'll be able to take them on. Definitely different to the previous game. How that controlled. Alright. Looks like they had more than one of these guys. Well, that was... Whoops. Big guy. That got nasty. That definitely got nasty. This feels like a little much. Oh yeah, cool, Dragon Ninja. But, like a bit much with that. Oh, this is the dead end. Awesome. Rather find the dead end first so I know that I don't miss anything. Alright, what do we got? Healing items. Probably of more use to me than a note is. There's somebody in there. Yep, there's a dick with a bow. Of course. Oh, there's two dicks with bows. Of course there is. You motherfucker. How dare you knock me out of my Izumi shot? It's just rude. Not appreciate it. Alright. Going up. Or not. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit right now, okay? Don't. Try that again. Fucking damn it. Okay, what's this? Million Jewel. Has to fit somewhere. Might as well save while they're dead. A blue one. Probably important to have both. Ultramarine Jewel. And a crystal skull. Okay, so don't step on the trap. You're... What am I after? That's an invisible wall. Not there. Arrows. Grab some of those. Oh, there were 2 pedestals up here, weren't there? Or something. Didn't really get a chance to have a proper look because I was being shot at. It seems excessive when stairs would do. Any goodies? Oh well, look at that, there's got a bunch of those. You son of a bitch. Oh yes, I was right about. Okay, you want some of this? No, it's not nice, is it? Don't go throw around fireballs if you can't take a fireball. It's just common courtesy. Do I want to go up here, or is there anything over here? No, it's just invisible walls. Oh, yep, yeah, there's more of these dudes. You wait your turn. What did I just say? What did I just say? It'd be nice if you could acknowledge when I press the stab people button. There we go. In tight. Yes, you know what? I'll keep that for a minute. Since in this game, the Life of 1,000 Gods also fully restores your health. So I'll keep it for the minute. Ooh. What's around this corner? Loramasa! Yay!
Oh,
Yes. Yes. They look shinier now. Possibly pointier. Yes. Very good. Very good. I'm gonna go cut some people with this. Probably really hard to climb the ladder with those. One of the first things they teach you in Ninja School, how to climb a ladder with these things on. Alright, upstairs. You guys mind. Let's go. Is Genshin behind this door?
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
You do realize he has a son. Good thing he knew exactly where to cut that, so that it didn't break the artifact he was after.
Damn you! The demon statue is ours. This statue is the talisman of Mount Fuji.
Now the sacred peak erupts.
The gates of the underworld are opened.
The fiends are unleashed.
More fiends. Right. Right. I didn't break that door, it was broke when I got here.
Father!
Hope you'll be okay.
You must be Genshin.
And you must be Joe Hayabusa's little cub. It is said that a dragon ninja would die to protect the demon statue. You seem eager to fulfill your duty. Now, Elizabeth, you must keep your word.
Stop!
Here you go, ninja duel.
Your death will atone for generations of indignities. The bloodline of the Dragon Ninja ends here.
Ninja! I'm sorry, I need to switch back to show it. He's faster than he looks. He's good to dodge that. These are always my favourite kinds of fights in games like this, and I've said this a bunch before. But in games when you're regularly up against huge monsters for bosses, it's the boss fights with regular dudes that are my favourite. Or regular sized dudes.
You're already dead.
Well, no, he's still alive. Clearly,
Follow the woman!
You must retrieve the statue. Go! Now!
How badly did we do? I've killed 175 people, damn. How was it? Head Ninja, not Master Ninja, Head Ninja. New York, New York. Chapter 3, Thunderclap of Catastrophe. The graceful Alexa, one of the four greater fiends, appears in the skies over New York, raining lightning down upon the streets of the proud city. Ryu Hayabusa arrives in Manhattan in search of Elizabeth, who escaped the Hayabusa village with the demon statue. Fiends have already begun transforming New York into a fiend realm. Ryu's battle begins as the thunder and laughter of the greater fiend echo throughout the city.
A glittering island. An exquisite city of stardust. Breathtaking. But you, my lady, must be so tired of the view. How's that, my dear? Are you pleased? Excellent. I know you've never lied to me.
Well, I guess the fiends aren't just in the Vigor Empire anymore. It's time to take them down one by one. Oh, hey, dead or alive. Kind of weird that they advertised Dead or Alive, considering canonically the timeline is that Dead or Alive happens after Ninja Gaiden. After the Ninja Gaiden trilogy. Like, the whole timeline of it is Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 3. Then I think the Dead or Alive games, and then the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy. But you know what? This is a nice change of pace for environments in comparison with the previous game. Like the super modern urban setting. Pretty cool. Like it. Is that Dead or Alive 4? Ah shit, I brought the fiends back. Not dealing with black spider ninjas anymore. I'd appreciate it if you would just die. Thank you. Smash. Any more? I want to let that karma go to waste. Oh, come over here. One of you is missing an arm. I'd like for you to come forward so I can kill you. You? It's not you, is it? You? Come here. There we go. Now then, you two don't really feel left out. Anyway, where were we? There we go. Is it weird to have an advertisement for a console in a game that you need to own the console to play? Where's the Dead or Alive? There it is. A chest down there? This progress. I don't really make progress yet. Ammo. Oh, I can't go further. Okay. Dead or Alive. Just says Dead or Alive, doesn't say a number. There's Bass Armstrong. Is that Tina? Oh, it's really hard to make out what they're even supposed to be beyond that hat. Is he holding Tina? Biography of a Bass, at least. Yeah, that's what it seems like. But, like, it looks like he's holding somebody, like he's doing a clothesline on somebody, maybe, because he is a wrestler. Never know. Kind of a shame Dead or Alive 4 isn't backwards compatible on Xbox One. Art of Windblade. Not entirely. A lot of Bass's story focus is him trying to get Tina to quit going to the tournament. Which he usually does, like, yeah, no, you can't go in this tournament, Tina, you're not capable of it. And I'm gonna prove it to you by beating you. And it's like, okay. Kind of weird, Bass. You've watched the Dead or Alive movie. Kind of funny. Bass Armstrong is played by Kevin Nash, wearing what is very clearly a cheap Hulk Hogan wig. Kind of funny, honestly. Yeah, I didn't have a 360 until, like, way later. So I've never really played Dead or Alive 4. Dead or Alive movie is definitely one of the better movies based on fighting games. I don't think the casting was that good for a bunch of the main characters. But it's not a boring movie and the fights are decent enough. Yeah. I mean, it's got the same problem as any game based on a fighting game, any movie based on a fighting game, which is inevitably there's going to be characters you like that'll get cameos at best. It was enjoyable enough. There was health there. I don't think I got a save point in that level.
A glittering island. An
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I didn't use the I completely forgot to use this. My intent was to use it as a healing item during the fight with Genshin. But yeah, there are definitely worse movies based on fighting games. Probably the worst is King of Fighters. The whole premise of that movie is just dumb. That said, if there's one good thing about King of Fighters, it's that Ray Park is in it. And make no mistake, he is horribly miscast in Google, but most of that cast is miscast. And Ray Park at least gets to show off his martial arts talent and has a lot of fun with the role. Mortal Kombat is enjoyable, there's Force Annihilation, which is not a good movie. That was a funny thing. Did you ever hear that the producer of the Mortal Kombat movie tried to sue... It was either Midway or Warner Brothers over the sale of Mortal Kombat after Midway went bankrupt, demanding that he was responsible for a significant portion of the success of Mortal Kombat because of the movie. It was honestly really dumb, although not the stupidest thing I've ever heard, because Mortal Kombat did take a lot of its ideas from the movie. But the producer making the claim that he was responsible for the success was dumb. Pretty sure he lost that lawsuit. But there's also the thing of, that was the same time as he was trying to put out Food Fight. Have you ever heard of Food Fight, Teak? The movie? Starring Charlie Sheen? That's a hell of a story. Food Fight was a weird movie that was supposed to be focused around mascots. Like brand mascots that you'd see in stuff that would line shop shelves, like Mr. Clean and various shit like that. Aunt Jemima. Mascots for stuff you'd find in grocery stores or a supermarket. At some point, it was a CG movie, it was going to be a CG movie. At some point, the files of the entire movie, with everything they'd built out of the movie, was stolen. And so the producer, who also produced the Mortal Kombat movies, spent years and a lot of money trying to rebuild the movie, and eventually did and released it, and it is one of the most unbelievably weird and awful experiences you'll ever have if you watch it. Like I say, it had Charlie Sheen in it, and Eva Longoria was in it, I think Hilary Duff, Wayne Brady was in it, Christopher Lloyd was in it. Yeah. Yeah, the lawsuit might have had something to do with the need to raise money for that project. We died just down the hall from a save point with 2 health restorations right in front of us. That is irritating. Okay, you know, that's a bit much. You do your fucking Zordon speak at me, you bitch. Now they realize what a bad idea that was. Anyway. Oh, great. Usually I've got so many arrows. I don't think this is enough arrows. Oh, there's a body over there with more arrows. This is tedious. Kinda reminds me of the fights in Devil May Cry 2 where all you could really do was just keep shooting the enemy. But in a game like this, why have a section, or possibly multiple sections, that require you to just keep spamming the ranged attack? Because that's not fun. Alright. Inside? No. Right. Or dicks with bows. Right, so if I fall down there, I'm gonna have to make a massive trek to get back up here. Is that even aiming at them? Yeah, the bow stuff, not good. Okay, seriously, this isn't... No. At least we move at a decent pace here. Nothing around there. Okay, there was the third one. Okay, there's more than three. These bow dudes have become... like, they're more than a nuisance. And I feel like in an action game, any enemy that has you going, ugh, whenever they turn up, isn't a good enemy. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I put up a vote for what we'll be doing after Final Fantasy 13 because I couldn't really decide. It'll be either East Origin or Code Vein. What is that? Huh. Honestly, kind of got Illbleed vibes from that. Which isn't a bad thing. It's a shame Illbleed never got that sequel it was after. The sequel to continue the story and to tighten up the mechanics would have been really good. If you don't know what Illbleed is, I don't honestly blame you. It's a game exclusive to Dreamcast. They didn't get a lot of attention at the time, but it's worth looking up. The fun B-movie horror style kind of idea. Maybe I should put that on the potential list of Halloween. Oh, look. No attack. No attack, Teak. Well, that explains why I couldn't do the Izuna drop at the start. It's a level 2 technique. Four Great Fiends Part 1. Countless millennia ago, long before the existence of other powerful fiends, four great beings rose to power. Known as the kings and queen of the fiends. Together they split the underworld into 4 sections, each ruling over their own domain. One the ruler of flame, another the ruler of storms, the third the ruler of lightning, the last the ruler of blood. Storms and lightning are separate. moment. Kind of weird. Like you'd expect with one being fire and one being lightning, that a third would be ice or something. But storms and lightning? Is that going to end up being wind? I forget what the other great themes actually are. Aside from the blood one, I remember the blood one. Get off. Okay. Is there anything around here? No. Where those fiends came from? Yeah, one thing that surprised me about Ninja Gaiden 1 after playing Sigma 2 first was Sigma 2 and by extension 2 level focused. You go through levels in different locations, which was why the first game was surprising to me, because you just go through an area and explore more and more of the area. Oh, that reminds me, I also put the sing a song thing back on, the redemption one. Of course, the big issue there is get a song on no. Maybe I'll take it back off again. Thinking about that, it's actually kind of a strict stipulation. Probably ruin it for a lot of people. You, wait your turn, you. Right, let's go then. You know, with the bats, really missing the flail. Alright. Try again. Alright, what do we got going on? Anything going on? How's everybody doing? Everybody okay? Going on over here. Oh, Spear's playing Bioshock. Cool. Hey, Titanium. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, everyone seems good. Alright, where was I? Hey, it goes about as well as you expect, Ninja Gaiden 2. There's been some deaths, pushing forward despite that. There's been a lot of blood. It's starting to show its bullshit because Ninja Gaiden always had bullshit, and if somebody's going to tell you Ninja Gaiden doesn't have bullshit, those people are lying to you. Ninja Gaiden has bullshit. There's always been a bunch of design that is bullshit. But we're pushing through, we're persevering. Camera's really starting to piss me off. I haven't done Ninja Gaiden 2 before, this is my first time. I have done Sigma 2 though, the PS3 version, which changed a bunch of stuff. So locations are going to be pretty familiar to me. Oh, that was a mistake. But Sigma 2 changed up a bunch of stuff from the original version of 2. What do we got? Let's see, platforming's still bad. Run along the wall. There we go. Unnecessary, but okay. This progress. I hope this isn't progress, because I don't want to go forward yet. I want to explore the rest of it. Looks like this is probably the way forward, so let's go back and explore a little more. One thing that I am missing from Sigma 2 was Sigma 2 had a button you could hold that would point you in the direction that you were supposed to go. Which was great, because then you could go in a different direction and see if there was anything you're missing. Dead Space has that as well, and I always like that idea. Showing you the path to the objective. So when you get onto a split path, you can go the right direction that leads to more goodies. Okay. There we go. I really hate grab moves like that that can't do anything about. But yeah, I've beaten Sigma 2 before. When we did the first Ninja Gaiden, when we were doing Ninja Gaiden Black, I hadn't actually beaten Sigma. So a lot of that game was new to me. Anything down here? Notebook, Unrivaled Soaring. I have reached the limits of my ability with this technique. I know that Unrivaled Soaring is simply a repetition of the Shadowless Footsteps technique, one wall after another. However, when I try to jump from wall to wall, I always lose my footing. As I follow the walls up in a spiral, blood rushes to my head, my brain corkscrews, I lose my bearing, and down I crash. If only I could remain calm and focus on my wall running, I should be able to reach the top, but how do I stay calm when the very thought of it makes me dizzy? Hey, Joro. That seems simple enough. Healing item. Yeah. Oh, did that too soon. Guess we're going back. Anyway. Oh. Let's go try that again. There's a fiend over there, I saw him appear. There he is. Oh, hey, he brought his friends. Yeah, you know what? No, if you're gonna do it like that, I'm gonna do it like this. Bastard. I'll get you. Here, there, you sweat. Let's go deal with this. Put them up. Did the other one just fall down? You were not there a second ago. Yeah, I'm glad to see you're doing okay, Titanium. Yeah, that dude fell down and drowned, I guess. Wasn't done up there. Yeah, I was thinking a little earlier when I got. God damn it! I was thinking a little earlier when I got these, like, this is what Wolverine should really look like when he's going to town. Like, he's just tearing his enemies apart. And I was like, oh yeah, wait, I've got that Wolverine game where Wolverine actually does tear his enemies apart. I want to do that for Superhero Month. Or Superhero Marathon. Yeah, the Superhero Marathon was pretty good. There's X-Men Origins Wolverine HD version, the one on Xbox 360 and PS3, labelled as the Uncaged edition, and I think it's an 18. Yeah, it's an 18. Oh, if you've never seen the X-Men Origins Wolverine game, Titanium, I recommend looking it up. It's very violent. Pretty neat. It was the best thing to come out of X-Men Origins Wolverine. Kind of repetitive, kind of repetitive hack and slash, but it's a bunch of fun. Do it in short bursts, maybe. I don't know. That's possible. I recommend checking it out. It's not backwards compatible on anything, unfortunately, so you'd need a 360 or a PS3 to play it. But it goes pretty cheap. Hey, Drama Fan. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it goes pretty cheap, and is pretty fun. I mean, honestly, if there's an X-Men game to really stay away from, it's X-Men Destiny. I remember I had a friend who was really excited about X-Men Destiny. It was the only reason I even knew it was happening. Because it was supposed to be this X-Men RPG where your choices would have consequences and stuff. Yeah, the Wolverine game was pretty good. Alright, I know this one. It was developed by Silicon Knights, and Silicon Knights still had a good reputation. It was built pretty much entirely on Eternal Darkness. And it eventually came out, and it was a very poor beat-em-up with no real depth. There's progress. It's very poor beat-em-up with no real depth. The RPG elements were incredibly token, and the decisions you could make never mattered. And it was one of the two games that led to Silicon Knights going bankrupt after they sued Epic. And then Epic countersued. In the years since, the whole thing with Silicon Knights has actually come out. Like, the way they never really did a huge amount of work. And the only reason Eternal Darkness came out as well as it did was Nintendo were pretty hands-on about during the development as publishers. keeping Silicon Knights focused on the project. The story of Silicon Knights is probably worth looking up. They've done, to my mind, 3 good games. And they're good games that are worth checking out. Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem, and Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. And it's easy to have issues with Twin Snakes for a lot of the stuff it does. But it's not a bad game. I am really getting sick of fighting around water. Anyway. But yeah, Silicon Knight is like... It's worth looking into the story of Silicon Knights. And hell, even the story of X-Men Destiny. It's an interesting case of like Activision was the publisher for that. And it's one of the few cases where I agree with Activision's decisions as publisher. Really interesting. Like the way Silicon Knights kept trying to push the date back and everything. Because they weren't actually doing work on the project. They were siphoning money that were being paid to develop it into the spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness they were trying to make. And then eventually Activision just turned around, released a trailer with a release date, and put Silicon Knight's name on it. So all of a sudden they were just inexorably tied to the X-Men game that they were supposed to be making. And they couldn't really try and play it off anymore. And it was interesting stuff. So they actually had to do the work.
Oh.
Yeah, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff with that is pretty interesting. Well, if you're interested in anything to do with game development, I recommend checking it out. Do you guys mind? I can't see. You know, I was hoping that would kill the dude, and I'm glad it did. Okay, well, I just want to fucking hit the dude. The whole system this game has of your enemy's lost a limb, go up to them and press Y to immediately kill them. It's kind of neat, but far too often you'll go up to them and press Y and you'll just attack them, not do the attack that should kill them. And it's really frustrating. Especially when enemies can really punish you when you make mistakes. Hey Lena, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back, Halber. We're in New York now. Ah, it's alright. Alba. If you didn't mean to, it's okay. Accidents happen. I appreciate the intention. Ninja Gaiden is going. It's getting a little frustrating, but it's going. I mean, for one, I think they're throwing too many of these dudes with bows at me. I'm trying to do a fight and they're just taking pot shots with flaming arrows, and that is not... It's not fun. Oh yeah, we're just about to run into the Ninja Turtles down here in the sewers. I can't really give you an answer to that yet, you know, honestly. I'll have to see how it builds.
Oh.
Ninja Gaiden Black got really frustrating as it went further and introduced more bullshit. I wouldn't say that Ninja Gaiden Black is harder than a Souls game. Ninja Gaiden Black is more unfair than a Souls game. When the Souls games, or the Souls genre is done right, it's very fair. And I think the best way the Souls games really work is when deaths are your fault. And, like, Dark Souls 2 has an issue with... Well, not Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 1 has an issue with that later in the game. Like, you'll just hit a point where it's not being fair anymore, and that's kind of irritating. And deaths aren't your fault, deaths are a result of poor game design and stuff like that. And that's the problem with Ninja Gaiden 1. A lot of it ends up being poor game design. Plus the camera. Honest to God, the fucking camera. One thing I think that Dark Souls does that is a really good idea, that I don't think it gets enough praise for, is the attack buttons, the two attack buttons being on the shoulder. Meaning that your thumb can always be on the right analog stick. Which is good, it means you can constantly be adjusting the camera. Yeah, like I say, I don't think that Black is specifically harder than Dark Souls or any of the Souls games. I think it's just all bullshit. Fucking God. Dickbags with the bows. You son of a bitch. Come on! Alright, is this progress? Because I don't want to go forward yet. Okay, this might. I don't know. Hey, Diamond Barbarian, welcome to the stream, buddy. You caught us doing some Ninja Gaiden 2. Did I put blind? I did not put blind playthrough in this. I knew there was a tag I was missing. Oh yeah, no, they got rid of blind playthrough. It's first playthrough. There we go. Would you guys give me a moment? I have business to take care of. Honestly, I don't even know which way is progress anymore. You know what? You are rude. You can appreciate that. These black spider ninjas, you just can't wait. Can't wait the turn. Yeah, which way is forward? I don't want to go forward and leave stuff behind. I don't have a map. Let's assume that this is forward. Pretty much. The first level, they were introduced in the first level, and there were two specifically in a place that I could not reach. And you don't get the bow until the second level. So you have no way of dealing with them. That was fun. But even then, the bow takes too long to line up to really be of use in that situation. Probably what we're supposed to be using the incendiary shurikens for. Not using those shurikens on... Alright, let's go. I jumped too soon. Not too soon? I think it was too soon. Okay. Do this. Yeah, a little bit to the right. Okay. Head off. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to go up, which begs the question of what is down. I'm not seeing an oxygen meter here, which makes me hopeful that this game doesn't have an oxygen meter like the first game did. The first game eventually got rid of that when we got the Aqualung anyway. What is over here? Sir, you mind? That's plus ninjas, not a fun combination. Yeah, they really are. The way they take pot shots at you and just... That's gotta be progress. The way they take pot shots at you and just drain your health, especially during that, it's like, oh no, I've got to deal with 2 ninjas and bats that are just constantly pecking away my health. Like, no thank you. I would like to unsubscribe from this situation. Hey, get up there. My thought was get onto there somehow and eventually end up climbing up. It doesn't look like that's possible. So it looks like we're not doing complicated acrobatics. We are actually going to just be... Early. I don't think I have a week to wait titanium. Plus that assumes that it's going to rain constantly for a week. Which it might, it's raining now because of a fiend. So if we don't stop the fiend, it might not stop. There's also the possible issue of just sitting in the water for a week. Like, you would be ruined by the time you get out of that. Oh, good heavens. They brought a party. Ah, you fiends. Are you? No. Get off. You think they learned the lesson? I think they learned the lesson. Yeah, if you were going to sit in there for a week and wait for it to fill up, you would be pruned by the time you get out. What is that? You know, the one good thing about fighting fiends over fighting the Black Spider Ninjas is I can tell which one I am. I haven't really mentioned it, but so far during a bunch of those more hectic fights with the Black Spider Ninjas, it's been kind of hard to tell which one I am. Notebook, Invisible Path. I don't believe it. I cannot master the art of the invisible path. Me, a master of the shadowless footsteps. How is this possible? As I see it, my body keeps veering to the left. Why? I know I must jump to the right, then left, then right, and so on, but it feels so awkward when I try to hurry. I end up sliding and falling into a heap below. My path is clear. I must turn the whip on myself, step into the flame, lie in the bed of needles, whatever it takes to go strong. I must swallow my pride, for only through dedication will I grow. I will do battle with myself, fight as though this day were my last. Sadamichi. Motherfucker! Goddamn arrow dudes. Coming at you. Alright. Okay. I think there was a dude down there, but I can't see him. You mind? I want to go shopping. Okay. To the shop.
Oh,
Dragon Sword level 3. Yes, please. Okay. Save point over there where I can get my health back. What is that? I want to know what that is. Oh, okay. So because we got the Rod of Trials, we can do this. This is going to be nasty and I'm going to regret doing it, huh? What reward for this is? It was after the fireball dude. He just disappeared. Okay. There. This is happening. The dudes attacking me at range really don't help. And then dickheads grabbing me like that is not fun. You. I survived this. Shoot arrows from me while I put one of your legs off. I hope that treasure's worth it. Sorry for not speaking much there, I was pretty focused. That's pretty worth it. Health upgrade. My boy, Clementhy, how you doing, buddy? Alright, subway. This way. The fuckers. Other fuckers. friends can't help you, can they? Always somebody. Fucking man. What did I miss? I don't recognize that fact. I don't remember when Bane did that. I was hoping number 2 would be less frustrating than the first game. And so far, it's not really been frustrating in the same ways, but it's been frustrating. Mostly just for the number of dudes with ranged attacks. Like, it just keeps bringing up combat encounters with enemies with bows. And it's been really irritating. When it's good, and it feels mechanically better than the first so far. But this whole obsession it has with dudes with bows and enemies with grab attacks that they'll just do out of nowhere is a little much. Plus, you know what? This entire fight has been very gun spammy, and they haven't done that before. There was so many explosive attacks there that they were shooting out. That was crazy. Yeah. I'm not even at the point where they're going to start throwing exploding shurikens at me. You guys want to keep jumping in, eh? That's fine by me. It's like I was saying to... Who was it before who said the thing? Halber, saying he thinks Black is harder than the Souls games. And it's like, I don't think it necessarily is. I think the problem is, while Dark Souls at its best is pretty fair and any deaths are your fault, Ninja Gaiden is not that. Ninja Gaiden is a case of, you know what, I'm kind of bored now, so I'm going to throw a lot of bullshit at you. Like what we just saw. All these fiends. It's a lot of bullshit. When they're just spamming beams at me. It's like, how do you deal with that? Especially when they'll do it from off camera. Well, that's the thing, really, Clem. Like, how many mistakes am I making with a lot of this? There are mistakes, yes, but how much of it is due to my mistakes? How much of it is due to the game just being bullshit? Like that. I'll have to check out now. Like, if it feels like death is my fault, fine. Really, that's what games should strive for a game over to be your fault. Not for it to be a gotcha button. Like, oh yeah, no, we got you, you got a game over. And it's like, so what's the solution with these dudes with arrows? Take them out as quickly as possible, which is what I'm doing. I'm still taking damage from them while I'm doing it. Deal with everybody else, and why is there another dude over there? I already killed him. It's like, okay, so go towards that dude, try and kill him first, and try not to take damage while you do, but I'm still taking damage. Like, how do I deal with that? Or do I deal with those arrow guys last? Deal with the arrow guys last, and try and avoid them while dealing with everybody else, while the camera isn't cooperating with me. There's one thing Devil May Cry did pretty well. Enemies that go off screen have programming for different attack patterns. So if they're off screen, they're all when they're about to attack, they'll always use an attack that has an audio cue. Which is a good idea, because then you can know that it's coming. That reminds me, a friend of you wasn't aware The 200 follower goal game has been changed. Not Final Fantasy 15 anymore, it is Chrono Trigger. See, that's what dying should be, honestly, Titanium. A game over should be a case of you made a mistake, you made a failure of some kind. Learn, grow, anticipate, and don't do it again. And in Ninja Gaiden, it doesn't really feel like that. It's like, why did I do so much better that time than the previous time? I honestly can't tell you. Chrono Trigger. I wanted to do Chrono Trigger anyway. Set it as the goal for 200 followers really just puts it on a schedule, which will be nice, because otherwise I'll probably never get around to it. This boss looks stupid. That's annoying. I was talking about this before when we were up against just like 8 flying fiends that I had to take out with arrows. And it's like, okay, so you want me to deal with a boss with the bow. Cool. Good to see you didn't learn anything from Devil May Cry 2. Because hey, you know, Devil May Cry 2 had a bunch of bosses you just shot to death. And you know what, it's boring. And the answer to that isn't to just make the enemy shoot you more. The answer to that is to make a more interesting boss fight. Oh, good to see that healing item basically just went to waste. My bigger question with some of this design, Titanium, is why does it look like it's made out of chrome, and why does it have a face? Also, that is irritating. And you know, I wish I couldn't keep doing this, but let's compare this to Devil May Cry again. You know what game had... Oh, fuck's sake. You know what game had a lightning worm of some kind that was actually a way better fight than this? Devil May Cry 3. The Gigapede. or even the way to deal with that. Obviously the game sets it up so I can't see anything. Is it just me, or is this a bad boss fight? Am I just terrible at this, or is this a bad boss fight? I remember there was a boss down here from when I did Sigma. I didn't remember what the boss was. It's like, okay, so the only option I have is to shoot this thing, and it clearly wants me to use the bug. So like I say, this game has learned nothing from Devil May Cry 2. Like what? When it shoots those things out, we're supposed to switch to the shuriken? Thank you, Titanium. That range was bullshit. Like, there are times when I hit it and it does so much damage, and I'm pretty sure it's got to do with the face. And then there are other times when I hit it in the face and it does fuck all. It's the face, Titanium. The face is what makes it look like it should be in Bayonetta. Right there, why did that one do so much more damage? If there was a way to reliably deal with those things, that'd be nice. Well, that was absolute bullshit. Anybody got any ideas? I would appreciate suggestions. Thanks, Teague. Except we can't stab it because it electrocutes us every time we get near. All we have to do is beat this fight, and then like that's the end of the chapter, and then we can call it. Just end the stream there. Fine. We can go home. Not when it gets close. If it gets close, it electrocutes. And the range on it seems really whatever. And then those things just don't help. I think we knocked it down with a Nimpo there. Might be what you're thinking of, Clem. Nimpo seems like a good way of dealing with those things. Why isn't it doing the same damage? Sounds like a good idea, that titanium. The issue there is really just how long it takes to get out of the boat. Kill me. Okay, so we only knocked it down once with the Nimpo out of 3 attempts. So it seems like that was a fluke. Seriously, the range on that is bullshit. Like, what do you do with it? Where do you go? I don't want to play this anymore. All of the fish. The idea that you found of that's fucking consistency. The idea you found of the lunar staff seems to work. That lightning attack as it goes past is just so dumb. It's like, hey, remember the 2D games? Remember 2D games with how you take damage just from touching an enemy? What if we brought that in a 3D game and then also had the terrible hitboxes? Also really doesn't help how the camera is terrible. I don't even know what I did there that really helped, that made it die faster. I don't even know why it fell down. No, you don't get to do a cool guy walk away from that. It was fucking dumb. Fuck that boss. Thanks, Titanium. One good thing about Ninja Gaiden 2 over Ninja Gaiden Black is it actually saves between levels. Thank you, Drama Fan. Of course, one thing that will be quite nice, since we're not playing Sigma 2, is we're not going to have to fight the Statue of Liberty. Alright, that is definitely it for today. I am just irritated. I think we're going to keep this to Saturday playthroughs, and then on Monday I'm going to do something different. Not sure what. Yeah, I have no idea what I did that was so much more effective that time than the previous times. That was such a dumb boss. Thank you, Clem. That was chapter 3. This game's gonna get worse. Alright. Well, that's gonna do it for today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Thanks so much for joining me and giving me the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Teak, Lino, Clem, Drama Fan, Titanium. Diamond Barbarian popped in. Thank you for that. Halber popped in. I knew there was somebody else I'd forgotten. Halber. Thank you all so much for joining me, guys. I always really appreciate the support of the company and everything. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Ninja Gaiden 2 will be back next Saturday, 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. I'm going to throw out some shout-outs here for people that I recommend checking out who are cool people. Chansum, who is currently doing Final Fantasy VII Remake, Skies of Arcadia Legends, Tales of Berseria, and Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Teak, who is currently playing Final Fantasy IV The After Years, doing a Castlevania marathon, which he's currently doing in chronological order, and he's working his way through Castlevania Lament of Innocence, and possibly continuing System Shock, the original. God damn it, it never registers the goddamn 7. Clem, who is currently playing through Final Fantasy IX, check him out, he's a cool dude. Lino, who is currently playing through Star Wars Dark Forces on PC, worth checking out. He's a cool dude. And the shout out for dude who wasn't here. I feel like, because I've started doing a bunch of shout outs at the end of the stream, I feel like I should keep it focused to people who I recommend who were in the chat, and one person who wasn't. And I already shouted out Chansum. But I'm going to shout out Steiner, who is a good buddy of mine, who has recently started streaming. He's currently working his way through Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Check him out, he's a cool dude. Clem finished Final Fantasy IX today. Cool. So Clem isn't doing Final Fantasy IX anymore. He's doing Genocide Undertale, apparently. You won't be able to do Ninja Gaiden 2 because this goes off Game Pass next week, I think. Thankfully, possibly tomorrow. Thankfully, I have the disc. The disc is in there. Cyber Shadow, I might do that. Check out Game Pass. Well, not everybody streams pops in here, which makes things simpler, I guess. You can do that Final Fantasy VIII remastered playthrough, Clem. Reminds me what to do Guacamelee. Yakuza 0, Clem. When's that Yakuza 0 stream? But yeah, yeah. Not everybody that pops in here streams. Like Bane doesn't stream. Sana only recently started streaming. I suppose it helps we don't get a huge number of people in here. So we can just do those shoutouts. I know, I'll probably forget this idea that I had about limiting shoutouts next time. Fair enough. Might as well play games you've got. Yep, isn't that the unfortunate cycle of modern day life? It's no problem, Tim. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for keeping me company. We're back tomorrow with Final Fantasy VII, which I'm doing with Clem. Clem will be on mic with that. We're beginning Disc 2. So look forward to that. It should be fun. Monday, I'm going to be doing something else. I'm going to keep Ninja Gaiden 2 to Saturdays. I'm going to do something else on Monday. There's a few ideas I've been throwing around, possibly Max Payne. I'm also kind of debating the original Yakuza. Like, I bring up Yakuza 0, I'm kind of debating the original Yakuza. Like, finally start working my way through the series. That's right, the return of Tika. Chrono, Tika, Climothy, Reb 13, Sina, Phazon. Burpee Sith. I forget who we named Vincent after. And of course, Chansom's dead. Chansom's dead. Yeah, back to Final Fantasy VII tomorrow. Monday, not sure yet. Possibly original Yakuza on PS2. I'll consider it. I'm still considering what I want to do. And Yakuza would be a long playthrough anyway. And then Tuesday, back to Final Fantasy 13. 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time GMT. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Who did we call Vincent? think it might have been Bane. I don't know. Bane might not have been there. I don't remember. We'll find out tomorrow. Yeah. I look forward to figuring this mystery out tomorrow. Or go to the YouTube page and just check the last stream. Yeah. Anyway, pretty much it. So, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.